Next, we turn our attention to this group, Group A. Raymond van Barneveld leads it. The table toppers meet this evening. Phil Taylor against Barney. Adrian Lewis and Michael van Gerwen also take it to the stage this evening. And let's hear from Barney now. He's been talking to Vassos after his win this afternoon.
Welcome back to the BBC, Raymond. Yeah. First time we've seen you in over a decade. Wow. Seems like you've never been away. How much do you relish those big television matches against big-name opponents? It seemed like you had so much fun.
Yeah, well, you know, we're playing every single week, but this is a big one, you know. The top 8 in the world, 2 groups. Group A, when I found out, I became in Group A, the group of death, you know. 25 world titles between us, you know. Phil got 16, I got 5. Michael 2, Adrian 2. I'm thinking, if I look to Group B, only 2 world titles, you know. Now, when I knew I'm going to play Michael, you know, you have to play your best, and those finishes, well, keep me in the game, you know. 136, 120, 130. Those were really crucial to win this match.
How difficult was it watching the Champions League last year?
It was, but you know, I was top 10 in the world, 10 or 12. And well, the PDC decided the top 8. I think that's pretty fair, you know. You're playing along, you're playing the whole circuit, you're playing the whole year to get in the top 8. So yeah, I think it was fair that they picked the top 8 in the world last year. And I know I wanted to be there so badly, so I worked hard last year to be here now. So which is giving me good boost there.
How confident are you now, having just beaten the world #1?
I am
ahead of the match against Phil Taylor?
Well, it can go all the way, you know. And when we play these tournaments like the Ransom of Darts, you know, a couple of years ago, I won my first 2 matches, and I still went out because I lost 5-3 to Mervyn King. Some other groups, there was one player who wins 3 all his matches, and one guy wins 1 game and he goes through the next round. So you have to be so focused now. You know what you have to do, and you have to win 2 more games to get through the second round, you know, and go to the semi-finals again.
Just a final word on the crowd. They were loud this afternoon. They're likely to be even louder this evening.
Yeah, I know. Every time when I play Phil now, when he said I'm going to retire, you know, it looks like the crowd is with him, you know, because they see him for the last time. You know, there was in Auckland, there was in Melbourne, there was in Perth. Everywhere I play him, you know, it's hard for me because for the crowd, it's probably the last time they see him. So I bought earplugs, so and I'm going to put them in tonight and play my own game.
Good stuff, Raymond. Well played today.
Cheers, thank you.
It is darts' most famous rivalry. Goes back to their first meeting back in 1990. 56-16 to Taylor. There have been 4 draws, an incredible 21 world titles between them. We are looking forward to this, I have to say. Well, Paul has joined us now. He's dashing from commentary. There's no stopping this fella tonight. Dashing from commentary to studio. And you have to say that when we looked at the lineup of the Champions League this year, this is the one we really fancied.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people out there who would have thought that it was going to be Michael van Gerwen against Phil Taylor tonight, but we're going to have to wait for that one. A lot of this year has been about, will this be the last game that Raymond van Barneveld and Phil Taylor will play against each other on TV? And it just keeps going on. This is like a soap opera between these two. They've played each other so many times, but it never gets old. Because sometimes you just think, these guys are eternal.
Yeah.
They're just never going to stop.
We are talking about 2 legends, aren't we, here, Alan?
2 absolute legends, not just in darts, but in sport. You know, they've done so much for the game, so many titles, as you mentioned, not just the world ones, but all the others. They give so much to the game, and the crowd love it, people at home love it. You know, it's Clash of the Titans.
Do you know what's so endearing about this as well is that Phil feels so passionate about this tournament, doesn't he?
He does, and I think he will understand his legacy when he stops, because you don't know what you've got until it's gone.
Yep.
I tried to say to him earlier, you know, are you going to miss this? And he says he's not, but I secretly think he will miss this. So is he going to retire at the end of the season? A lot of the guys aren't so sure.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure. It may depend on what happens this weekend. You never know.
Didn't we have these discussions last year as well?
Yeah, we did.
He'll miss the darts. He won't miss us.
And now I've got you back in the studio. A quick about Mensah as well. Who saw that coming at the start of today?
Brilliant game. I think Peter Wright, he really did stump up in that second half. Really came on to Sulevic and said, you know what have you got now? But Sulevic was up to it, and I think the confidence that he got from the game against Anderson earlier got him across the line. Sulevic, make no mistake, is a proper player.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, OK, here we go then. We are ready for our next match. And let's hand you to our MC, John McDonald.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the action, coming to you from the Motorpoint Arena in the capital city of Cardiff. And this is the Unibet Champions League of Dance, brought to you by the Professional Dance Corporation, as we welcome our viewers joining us on BBC Sport. It's time to meet two legends. Ladies and gentlemen, from Den Haag in the Netherlands, the 5-time champion of the world, Raymond and Barneveld.
Noise here in Cardiff this evening for the Champions League. Remember, one more live match to come after this one. They're well up for it. Look, let's hand you to our commentators, Mark and Bassos.
Thank you, and with all due respect to all the other matches, this is the one we've been especially looking forward to. Barneveld Taylor, a darting rivalry that goes back to 1990. They have 21 world titles between them and 107 years of combined life experience. Barneveld won perhaps their most famous meeting in the 2007 World Final, in which he came from 3 sets down to win 7-6 in a deciding sudden death leg. Barney lives for the big time. Big opponents, big stages, big matches. He was outstanding as he breezed past the world #1 this afternoon. Next up for the Dutchman, a man who may have lost that epic final a decade ago, but who's beaten Barney 56 times in total. Phil Taylor bullied his way past Adrian Lewis this afternoon. He is unbeaten on this Cardiff Champions League stage, played 6, won 6. Mind you, Barney's 1 from 1. One of those unbeaten records is about to go. It's England against Holland. It's Taylor against Van Barneveld. This is just how we like it.
Yeah, it doesn't get much bigger than this game. Barney Taylor, often referred to now as the El Clasico of darts, and hopefully this lives up to the billing.
Barneveld with the advantage of throwing first. Just time to nip back to his room, freshen up. and then straight back to the venue within 45, 50 minutes. He wanted to put in a full couple of hours practice before this one.
Yeah, he seems up for it, Ray. He's been tweaking his darts the last month or so, but he seems to settle with them now. And I think both guys can play with the freedom tonight of knowing that a defeat won't eliminate them. It's not knockout for these two guys. They'll obviously want to win the game, but they've got a slight margin for error, so to speak, tonight.
How tough is it to get up for two longish matches in one day?
Yeah, it's difficult, but obviously the fact that they've won their first game always helps. If they were coming here on the back of a defeat that deflated, you sometimes can't get yourself up for the game. But these guys will be buzzing at the minute, and like I said, very relaxed, and they've played each other, you know, a ludicrous amount of times. They know each other's games inside and out, so there'll be no surprises here.
Barney could have taken out 167 with 3 perfect darts, but he'll be back with 67 to hold his throw.
Look at triple 17 before here. Great first start. It's a superb first leg for Raymond, just to settle him down. Chance to attack the Taylor throw now.
14 dart leg for Barney.
We touched on it earlier. Raymond looking very comfortable again at the beginning of this game. And a 10-5 victory over Michael's going to fill him with confidence.
A finalist in Perth in his last tournament, Barney. Taking a couple of weeks off since to prepare for this.
Yeah, Raymond does manage his schedule now. He's very selective with what he plays in, but he's reaping the rewards. He's, you know, like I said, getting to finals. And he looked quality this afternoon. And look, it'd be some feat if he beat Phil tonight, beating Michael Van Gerwen and Phil Taylor in the same day.
Mind you, he has been to Dubai, Shanghai, Las Vegas, Auckland, Melbourne and Perth this year, Barney. This is to hold his throw.
No major pressure on the shot either, with Raymond back on 2-1-8.
54.
He can apply a little bit of pressure here with a big score.
Plays with earplugs.
58.
Barneveld, he says they cut out about 80% of the crowd noise.
Yeah, I've heard that. I mean, the only other player I remember doing that, Merv King, tends to do it.
Double 16 for 1-all. No problem.
Steady start by both players. Raymond with a 14, Phil with a 15.
Does mean it's harder to feed off the crowd if you can't hear them.
Yeah, you can look at it both ways, really. I think once you're in that zone, I think you can block the crowd out anyway. But obviously, if it helps Raymond, then it's got to be done, I suppose.
There they are.
60.
The Dutchman with the advantage of throwing first.
58.
Which means if it gets to 9-all, he will keep that advantage and throw first in the deciding 19th leg. We've not had a 10-9 yet in the Champions League last year and this year.
I think that was only the second 10-8 we've had, I think. Was it maybe Gary and Michael Smith, or Adi and Michael Smith played a 10-8 last year, so we'd like one to go all the way. Wouldn't it be great if this was a game?
58. Why do you require 161?
Well, he's got options here with Taylor back on 239. 19s is the shot. Good last start. Leaves him double 12.
Great setup from Raymond. He's looking very comfortable. And he'll be pleased just to, you know, he's held his throw. Well, hopefully he'll hold his throw here now with 3 darts and 24.
Double 6 for Barney. We haven't had a sniff of a break and throw yet.
Bodes well for our last leg decider.
3 perfect darts to begin this 4th leg from Phil Taylor. Everyone just shuffles towards the front of their seats, wondering. Could he? Not this time.
Again, though, he's taken control of the leg. And just to reiterate what you said, Vass, there's not really an inkling of a break or throw coming just yet.
60.
Straight back in the red bit. And again. 16's probably a shot here.
36.
.48 after 9 darts thrown from Phil. It's a quality leg. He'll want to close it out now.
47.
Well, a possible 11 dart leg here.
Under no pressure whatsoever with Raymond back on 294. Time on his side here, though.
Yeah, if you're ever going to miss him when your opponent's almost 300 points behind.
94. He'll be required 16.
Doesn't want to miss too many. That's 5.
Again, still no alarm bells as Raymond back on 201. You want to tie this up now, though. You don't want to keep missing 2 more. It was a good leg, 48 after 9 darts. That's a steal. This would be for Raymond now.
Treble 19 or treble 15 for treble 18. He's missed it, so Taylor will get another go. Almost had an 11 dart leg, but he's missed 8 darts at a double. Needs this double 2. Finally. Oh, yes. Well played, Phil.
Good play. Raymond to throw first. Game on.
A leg of 2 halves.
A 19 dart leg then when he was on 48 after 9, but ultimately he won the leg. And he'll want to put some pressure on Raymond's throw now.
Good crowd here in Cardiff. And this is the match they've really been looking forward to.
Yeah, it's definitely heating up in Cardiff, especially after that last game now. Set the bar really for these two.
43.
What do you think, Mark? Do you reckon Phil Taylor will be back? He's telling everyone he won't miss it.
Do you know what? I genuinely think he is going to retire. I mean, Paul was mentioning in the studio, he thinks he may do a little U-turn or he'll miss it, but he seems set that he's going to do it this year. He's obviously not playing in the Grand Prix next month, so he's being very selective what he does, and I think he's going to have one big massive tilt at the World Championship.
But this is what he'll miss, responding to maximums with maximums. Oh, he's hit the 14. He was aiming for the 11, the single would have left ball, but he will be back for double 16. Taylor obviously can't check out 178.
Raymond was very aggressive with the dart, the 11s, knowing that Phil wasn't on a double, so there's no harm done. Great second dart again, no sign of this breaker throw. Raymond holding his 3 legs very comfortably.
We haven't even had a dart for a breaker throw. 5 legs, 5 holds, and not even a break point. There he goes again, Phil Taylor. And once again, Cardiff wonders. Cardiff hopes. More like it, and that's the perfect first dart. It's a stacking dart, but just fell south with his second and third.
Yeah, it was the dream first dart for Phil. I just expected a 180 there, for being honest. But taking control of the leg. Lead of 85 plus these. 81 after 9. He'll hope he cleans up a bit better than his last leg on throw.
Under no pressure. Can do it in 11 darts now. 16 for tops. For 3 apiece. And a 12 darter.
A sensible way to go on the 81 there from Phil. No need to be going for the triple to the 19s to leave the ball. Just played the percentage.
Barneveld starts with a maximum. Brilliant from both players here in Cardiff.
Raymond looks really focused, looks really settled with these darts now. He's, like he's touched on, he's been tweaking his equipment, but he seems happy with these now. He played lovely this afternoon against Michael, and he's started really well here as well.
Still keeps that lovely rhythm when he throws, Barney.
Yeah, he's just very natural, isn't he? It's a lovely throw. There's no complications of it, you know. And he's always thrown like that. He's been just very natural and very relaxed.
Just that languid throw. Treble 17 he needs now for the bullseye, for a 1-2-1 and to hold his throw. No, pulled that.
Will we require 167?
Is this the break? No. Raymond's left an awkward double there. He's got to make a decision early if he's going to rip the double, which... You know, Raymond's very aggressive. He may just go straight forward.
No, he's decided to go the 2 double 16 route. Oh, he needs another double 8.
That may be awkward. He's just a shift to the left a little bit there.
It is awkward. And I think we might be about to see our first dart for a breaker throw. 20 leaves double 16. For the break for Phil Taylor.
38.
I didn't expect him to miss that.
First one's come and gone. He played big 18, big 20, and you know he's been hitting the double 16 really well.
Game show is 7th leg. Eighth leg, Phil to throw first. Game on.
Still we go with the throw into leg number 8.
We're going to have the first level game at the break of this year's Championship League of Darts. I don't think we've gone in 5-all just yet.
100.
We found Wally. And these two have been finding their doubles when they need them most. And they're throwing with the darts. Just one chance of a break, that double 16 in the last leg. Still missed.
Barney needs a big score here, just sort of getting himself back in this leg. A great first leg, perfect.
Everyone on their feet, standing up if they love the darts. And what's not to love? Taylor and Barneveld.
It's always something special when these two guys meet. And this is no different than the minute they're going at each other. No one's sort of folding on their throw just yet. This is probably the closest Raymond's got on Phil's throw.
Tops for 4-all. Shanghai takes it out.
Ninth leg, Raymond at throw first. Game on.
Well, the averages aren't amazing.
72.
Checkout percentages aren't amazing, but it's a really engaging match.
Yeah, I think because they're just so comfortable on each other's throws, but the averages are low. They're being left, for dead really against the throw.
99.
Someone will surely blink eventually. Phil will be looking to put pressure on in this leg and then throw for a lead going into the first break.
95.
Glimmer of a chance here for Phil Taylor.
Big score here. We'll just plant a little seed of doubt in Raymond.
100.
No major damage done there.
That's a big ton 40 from Barney.
There's a great side on view of Raymond's dart. They look very, very grippy. All on the barrel and the point as well.
100.
Raymond look to set this up now. Some 40 ideally.
58.
Chance for Phil now with a big score.
Oh yes, good cover.
Raymond require 136.
Perfect.
Crucial part of this match, you fancy? And that's a bad dart.
Yeah, it was perfect for Raymond. The first one sat up a beauty for him. He'd be disappointed with that, and he's giving Phil a little sniff at 105 now. He's going to hit the tops.
85. Raymond will require 58.
The sense Phil's starting to make inroads now on Raymond's throw. That's 2 legs on the trot now. He's had a go. He's had a dart, a double to break. He hasn't quite managed to make it.
Huge dart.
38.
Misses it. So, Taylor, 3 darts in his hand. A chance to nudge ahead with a break. Double 10 he needs. Double 5. Yes. Taylor breaks. Barney's broken. And will we go into the break at 5-all? Or will Taylor hold for 6-4?
Break a throw at the perfect time. And in a way, Phil can just relax in his leg. He knows he's not going to be behind at the break, but he'll want to get in there with that 2-leg lead just to plant some doubts in Raymond's head.
It's like scoring just before half-time, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought that's a good way of looking at it, to be fair, as well. Both players knowing as well that a victory tonight all but sees them through to the semi-finals tomorrow.
Well, these two are anything but darting minions. Oh, yes! Phil Taylor.
Superb visit from Phil there. He was just very aggressive. He didn't come down from the 19 first. He didn't look to play the percentage to leave the shot. He just wanted to score big. And the gamble paid off. And he's going to get 6 at 1-3-2 now. So he won't go the ball route, I wouldn't have thought.
Only 40. So big visit here from Barney. Another one of those. Yes.
Great switch. He's got himself right back in the leg now. Phil may regret that slack visit last time, 40. And he hasn't. It's a great second out. Good use of the understacker.
That's finishing. That is finishing. Treble 20, double 6, and a 6-4 lead for Phil Taylor over Raymond van Barneveld.
So what a cracking match we have in prospect there. What a great finish there from Phil Taylor. He leads Barney 6-4, and we cannot wait for this one to get back underway. A couple of minutes and the players will be back. And by the way, if you love what you're seeing on your television screen and you live in the Cardiff area or maybe not too far away and you'd love to come down here, it is a cracking atmosphere at the Motorpoint Arena. Tickets are available for tomorrow afternoon and also for the finals evening session as well. We'd love to have you here this evening because it's a wonderful event, isn't it? And especially when you see two old-timers slugging it out as they are.
What you've got to bear in mind is that you don't know how many times you're going to be able to see these guys play on stage. Not just against each other, but Phil Taylor will not be on stage much at all after this year.
Yeah.
So if you've got the opportunity, get a ticket.
Yeah.
But this game really is starting to warm up a bit.
Yeah, very true. Catch him while you can.
Well, absolutely, and them last 2 legs were crucial because everybody was holding the throw with no problem whatsoever. All of a sudden, Barney misses, and now he's chasing the game.
Yeah, and I suppose in many ways as well, being the defending champion as well, he knows what's expected of him. He's been here, he's seen it, he's done it, like in so many other tournaments.
Well, they've both played here many times in the Premier League, Doss, because this is where it comes in Wales. And Phil is the one who wants to hold on to this 100% record in this tournament.
Yeah.
That means a lot to him.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to lose a match at all. He wants to go into retirement and think, you know what, when I went to the Motorpoint, I didn't lose there.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually, isn't it? Something that perhaps many people hadn't thought about, really. It's not just the fact he's the defending champion. Paul makes a great point, undefeated.
Absolutely, yeah, and it doesn't matter how relaxed he looks and laughing and joking. He's a determined person, it always has been. That's why he's such a big champion. He will not want to lose.
OK, let's hear more then from Phil. We've been putting him on the spot.
Either or, what's the score?
Phil Taylor, the power.
Double top or double 16?
Double top.
Double 1 or double 3?
Double 3.
You require 92. Treble 20 or ball?
Double 20, double 16.
2 darts in hand. Treble double or double double?
Double double.
Legs or sets?
Sets.
Best of 11 or best of 21?
Best of 21.
Circus Tavern or Lakeside?
That's a Circus Tavern.
Alexandra Palace or Winter Gardens?
Winter Garden.
Premier League or World Series?
Premier League.
Eric Bristow or Jockey Wilson?
Eric Bristow.
Bobby George or Wayne Martin?
Bobby George.
Phil Taylor or Michael Van Gerwen?
Phil Taylor.
Stand up if you love the dance, or the very best of order.
Stand up if you love the dance.
World champion or world number one.
World champion.
Check or trophy.
Check.
Highest checkout so far for Phil Taylor, 129 in the tournament. For Barney, 136, and it's Mensa Suljovic with the highest tournament checkout so far of 157. Let's go back then to our match commentators, Mark Webster and Vassos Alexander.
Looking at Phil Taylor smiling on stage, on the big stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 11th leg, Raymond at throw first. Game on!
You simply struggle to believe him when he says he won't miss it.
Yeah, but I thought he'd just sort of unwind a little bit. I didn't think he'd actually retire next year, just because obviously his ranking will hold him in every event next year. That's how good he is, but he seems adamant that he's going to obviously withdraw his membership and not be a PDC player next year. Surely he'll miss the big games, in particular against Raymond van Barneveld, because they've just created the biggest rivalry in the sport of darts.
60.
Amazing to think that they first played 27 years ago, in 1990. While Chris Waddle was missing that penalty,
60.
these two were on the oche playing each other.
I bet back then he didn't think it'd have, the rivalry would have this much longevity in it.
And that between them they'd have 21 world titles. I wonder how many darts they've thrown between them.
You wouldn't even want to hazard a guess, would you, surely?
44. Raymond, you require 136.
It'd be interesting back in the days when there was pairs competitions, if they ever played as a team. It'd be a formidable outfit, surely.
60.
You'd be gutted if you were drawn against them.
I would at this stage of my career, but starting out, I think if I just got drawn against them, it'd be a massive buzz.
60. Raymond, you require 76.
So to hold his throw, Barney. Under no pressure. Double A.
Yes. On in the 11th leg.
Good finish, just what Raymond needed, really. Just, he didn't want to come out there and have another breaker throw against him, because it's a long way back from there. But a comfortable holder throw.
14 darts, lovely.
He'd have been telling himself that in the break, just hold the first leg, get himself sort of within one.
100.
But he has to start attacking the Phil Taylor throw with a bit more, to be a bit more prolific. He's just not really had a sniff just yet.
When you are starting out and you play the big names, even if you get beaten up, do you still enjoy it?
91.
Yeah, I did, but then as you go along, you want that scalp. And I think you start taking the scalps and then you get greedy, you want to beat the bigger names, and that's how you sort of establish yourself in the game. But you've got to look at that enjoyment factor when you start out of playing these big names and learning from them.
Barney's 50 now, Taylor 57.
100.
You cannot be serious. They can't.
This is where Raymond needs to put the big score in now. He hasn't made any inroads on the Phil Taylor throw. He's got a chance here now. It's a perfect first start.
Loads of room.
Begging to the right.
This is the chance.
He's going to get 6 darts at 130 as well.
59. Raymond, you require.
He's yet to have a dart and a double to break the Powers throw. That's going to change in this leg.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you? Big 18 now.
90.
Perfect visit again, Rig. Last 6 darts have set himself up beautifully in this leg.
All he can do is apply some pressure, and that's exactly what he is doing. With his third maximum of the match. But Barney, a double 16 away from breaking back and levelling this group match. Oh, he's missed them.
Pressure applied from Phil there. The 180 just does make you think that, you know, the roar of the crowd and just puts you under a bit of pressure, and he made it awkward with the last start then.
That was very sloppy. Only one dart at a double now for Taylor, and he's missed it. So another chance, Barneveld.
Just focusing himself there. Over pitch there. Raymond will be kicking himself in. Through those 6 darts, the 180 laid up the 130 perfectly. And 6 darts late, he hasn't closed out the leg. And we were just talking about how he's not really made any inroads on the Phil Taylor throw. That was a dream opportunity for him.
Well, was that the leg that ultimately will decide this match?
To put it out of his mind. A good sign is that Raymond sometimes can shake his head, and his body language can give a lot away. He seems confident, he seems relaxed. He doesn't, even after that leg then, he didn't, you know, he's obviously disappointed, but he wasn't shaking his head. Playing very fluently.
They both are. 3 ton 40s to start this leg. As if he's loving it. And very little bungling on the oche. There's another ton 40.
Good last start from Raymond there. Not wanting to leave the 1-2-1, he's leaving the 116, so one triple will give him a dart, a double.
58. Raymond, you require 116.
He'll go the 20s route, so he likes the double 18.
He's missed 16, which would have left tops.
84.
No harm done with Phil on 163. Just a bit of lack of concentration by both the guys this last leg. I think Phil missed a big number in the last leg. Raymond doing it there. It doesn't seem there's going to be any harm done. 3 at 32.
17. Raymond, you require 32.
He missed it 3 times in the last leg.
Game
For a break and throw, but to hold his throw, no problem.
14th leg, field and throw first.
Big leg for Raymond there, because he did well to just get rid of the disappointment of that leg, which he really should have won. And again, now he's just going to have a go on the Phil Taylor throw.
Mind you, if Phil keeps throwing like that, he can try all he likes to break the throw.
He touched on it. Phil will want to get himself down in 9 darts, close out in 12, and it's putting Raymond in a position where only 9 darts will do against the throw.
Steady again from Taylor. Remember, Barney had 5 darts to break Phil's throw and level the match at 6-all. Missed them all.
That could prove to be the pivotal leg, but he's still got time. He needs to keep Phil away from 9, because once Phil gets on that 9th leg, you're at the point of no return.
Barneveld to try and apply some pressure. He's got to break at some stage. Big 9 now.
89.
Good setup there from Phil. Raymond well back.
So double 16 once again for Phil Taylor to hold his throw for the 7th time in this match. Yes, the double 8 will do it.
Phil Taylor, 15th leg, Raymond to throw first. Game on.
Phil very solid on his throw there. Looks like he's learned from the previous throw where Raymond had those chances. He'll just be saying to himself now, no panic against the Raymond throw. He's just got to hold his throw twice. He's home and hosed.
14 legs, just one break. And that does the Taylor cause the power of good. If he can break again here, well, there'd be no one in this Motor Point Arena backing against him, closing out the match.
No, yeah.
Doesn't matter that the 9 darters off. He will just be thinking about the match context.
The luxury of this second breaker throw as well, giving him 2 opportunities if he needs him to throw out the match.
Good last dart from Barney, but it doesn't leave a finish. So 6 darts from 222 for Taylor.
Good last start from Phil. 1-2-2 I think is always a good finish. You know, you can pepper the same target, you'll go for 4 18s on the bullseye, there's no switching around. And if Phil lays the dart underneath the triple 18, he'll be confident of hitting it.
Well, that missed by a long way. Big 18 leaves tops.
82.
Massive pressure on Raymond to hit this now. You feel this has to go.
And it won't go.
65.
Taylor here with a chance at double top for a double break and a 9-6 lead. There it is.
Phil Taylor, 16th leg, Phil to throw first.
Will that be the leg that breaks the spirit of Raymond? He must be haunted by that. I think it was the 12th leg where he had the opportunity to get back level.
His body language isn't great, is it, at the moment, Barney?
No, he looks disappointed, but he needs to just keep his head up. He's won his first game, and his fate is still technically in his own hands.
Not in this match, it isn't. Oh, with Taylor throwing ton 80s for fun.
58.
No treble on that visit. Barney breeds again, but needs a ton 40 at least.
Yeah, minimum ton 40. It's demoralised as well when you know you're on the brink of defeat and your opponent's thrown for the match. You hear the big 180 call, and it's had its effect on Raymond there. He's thrown a sloppy score there. Phil just needs to stay steady now and close out this match.
99.
Switch down to leave himself on a finish of 164. Be just like him to win the match with a 164.
Yeah, I think he'll go for it as well. Just want to set it up now. Stay on the 20s just to leave the 24, or a triple to leave 64.
60.
Raymond so far back though, there's no real alarm bells.
Well, he beat Michael van Gerwen in his first ever match at the Champions League, but Raymond van Barneveld on the brink of defeat despite that maximum. Phil Taylor needs 12 and double top for the match.
Reprieve for Raymond. He looked a bit fed up even though he hit a 180 on his last throw there, as if where had they been, but he's got a chance now. 17 double top to keep this match alive.
97.
And still he hasn't broken the Taylor throw. This is for the match for Phil Taylor. No mistake. Win number 58 against Raymond van Barneveld. It was close, it was tight. Barney had chances to level at 6 apiece, but when he missed them, you just knew what was coming next. You just knew that Phil Taylor would not need asking twice Taylor 10, Barneveld 6. 2 100% records at the Champions League went head-to-head. Taylor was 6 from 6, Barney 1 from 1. It was tight, it was nervy, it was exciting, but only 100% record will stay standing.
Phil Taylor, he's like the Real Madrid in the Champions League. Formidable, absolutely formidable.
Ever so slightly. I think the crux of the game was leg 12. Missed starts a double for Raymond van Barneveld to get back level, and then when Taylor nicked that leg, it was a different match after that. Taylor was in cruise control. He just didn't look like he was out of third gear.
Yeah.
And it was just great to watch. He was so smooth, and he didn't look like he was under any pressure whatsoever.
It's amazing, isn't it, seeing him in full flow, Alan?
Yeah, I mean, Barney was really competitive all the way through the match, and then at that moment there, he lost his way, and then Taylor, once you're chasing him, it's very hard. He's like Michael van Gerwen, isn't he? When he gets on that roll, it's very hard to claw back at.
It is amazing, isn't it, this Champions League record that you talked about in the interval.
It's not bad, is it?
Yeah.
He is like Real Madrid, because he's the complete darting package, and we've got to not take him for granted, because we might not see this again, and we've got to enjoy it while it lasts.
Yep, absolutely. I think Phil is standing by.
Phil, congratulations. 7 games played in the Champions League over last year, and this year 7 games won. It's not bad, is it?
Yes, I'm out to qualify now for the next round. It's nip and tuck now, and I'm really looking forward to the next game. And the game of the tournament is tomorrow. Peter Wright and Gary Anderson. That is gonna be a belting. I'm glad I'm here, to be honest with you. If I was retired, I would have been gutty now if I missed this match.
Well, look, the 2 games you've played so far today, you've been put under pressure, you've responded well. Good signs.
The group I was in, Adrian Lewis, Barney and Michael, to go 2-0 up is unbelievable for me anyway. And I want to carry it on tomorrow. I want to play Michael tomorrow, and then if I can beat him, or at least give him the fright of his life. But I'm so pleased that I've got a chance of getting through.
Well, obviously, we saw you play Michael van Gerwen at the World Match Play. Strange old game and a convincing win for you.
Yeah, he wasn't very happy, was he? No, I won, and that's all that matters. Listen, forget about that one now. I went to Australia. I won one abroad, so it's all a matter of you. It's only the last game, so forget about that one now.
Perfect start to this tournament. One more day, carries on like this. It could be a back-to-back Champions League title. Not a bad way to sign off, is it, Phil?
I know, 2 times on the BBC in 30 years. It's not bad, is it? So, yeah, well, 3 times it would be if I won it again. So
2 for 2. Congratulations, MVG. Tomorrow, can't wait.
Thank you. Thank you.
What up, Phil? It's lovely to have you back on the BBC. Always gives a great interview as well. Phil there talking to Dan Dawson. Well, this is what it means. Phil Taylor clearly at the top of the table. Barney still in second. And then we're going to turn our attention now to Michael van Gerwen taking on Adrian Lewis. And van Gerwen and Lewis both need to win this one in order to stay into it. It's not must-win. Please don't misunderstand this. It's not must-win, but it'll be very, very difficult for either man to qualify for the semi-finals if they don't get a W on the board. And let's hear from 2-time world champion Adrian Lewis.